Welcome home. We just closed today, and tomorrow dumpster gets here, and all this is coming out. Hopefully that's gonna come out. I gotta check if it's load bearing or not. Literally in 24 hours, this place will look completely different. That wall is coming out. Gonna open it up a little bit. First things first is getting the floors redone and a couple of these walls taken out. Just by doing that, it's already gonna turn into a different place. Finally have somewhere to work on my vehicles. I've lived in a townhouse for the past 3 years, and I never had anywhere to work on my trucks. This video is gonna be really long, probably, I don't know, a year's worth of filming, but as of today, all I know is that we just got the keys and tomorrow the dumpster gets here, so it's gonna be a fun journey. Go around it.
Oh, look at you.
I got an extra.
We're rapping down walls and we're all afraid of this.
Did you shake it?
Little.
It did make it to the wall.
It did. Hold on, I stopped the video.
To Casey and Cody and Lynette on your new lives, your new house, many, many, many years of happiness, prosperity, and babies.
You're not pregnant?
So we've only been at it for about an hour. This place already looks pretty opened up. Everything was so closed off. These like half walls were just really old style, you know, outdated. One of our biggest wants is for this big column to go away. The only kind of slight problem is that our ovens are there. And we don't know if this is load bearing. So we need to get a framer here because I don't know much about framing. I wish I did, and I'm in the process of learning a lot, but as of right now, I don't know anything about it. So I'm not gonna mess with that until I know for sure that I'm allowed to take it down. A little bit of my backstory. I currently am in the process of getting my B2 contractor's license. A B2 license is residential construction and light commercial. I do currently hold my C20 tile and stone contractor's license here in Nevada. I run my family's tile company. My dad started a company when I was about 2 years old, back in 2001, and I just recently took it over. So I do have my license for stonework and tile work and flooring and showers. That stuff I know. I don't have experience with anything else, but I'm learning, and this is exactly what I need right here, is my own place that I can try things on and experiment with. All the major type of things I'm gonna have a lot of help with. I have a lot of friends that are in construction. I have a lot of friends that own their own companies, so like the framing type of stuff and like electrical and plumbing, you know, I'm not gonna mess with that because I don't wanna ruin something. This is a tile that we're gonna be installing. It's a 12 by 56 porcelain plate tile. It's got like the wood grain. It's a nice like light brown beige color. This is a little expensive. It's like $389 a square foot and we need about 3,000 square feet. So I'm gonna try and find this cheaper at a different distributor. If not, then we might have to change it and make it a little bit of a smaller, but I don't really like the small plate tiles, the skinny ones. I like it big, large format. I think it looks way better. All right, it's day 2. A couple of my installers are here. They got here this morning. They've only been here for about 3 hours, so let's see what they got done so far. This old tile comes up pretty easy, but the only hard part is getting the thin set that's under the tile. Scraping that off is pretty much the only hard part. The tile comes up pretty easy. We're thinking of throwing these in the master shower or maybe the guest shower. Another cool part about owning a tile company is this was leftover material from a job that we just finished. I think we're gonna do like a little contrast with maybe this one on the back wall and this one on the side walls. But this is a really cool material.
Las Vegas July heat is no joke. It's like, I think 105 outside right now. Luckily the house has AC though.
I just met with a framer and had him show me what walls are load bearing and which ones are not. And the wall that we did want to take out, he said is not load bearing, so that's pretty cool. My wife's gonna be stoked. So we're gonna completely redo the kitchen island. We're gonna move the appliances around and we're gonna get new cabinet systems. So the kitchen's gonna look completely different. All right, it's day 3. As you can see, we got a lot done. My demo guys kill it. So it definitely helps to have a crew that goes pretty hard. Yesterday I met with the framer and he said that he does not think that this is load bearing, which is awesome news. So really the only thing left to demo is to get rid of that. And we're gonna rebuild this island. This big column's gonna come out and we're gonna relocate the ovens to over here. And we're gonna make taller cabinets, and so we'll have some more room. One thing we just noticed is that we do not have a pantry in this house, which is a little weird. There's literally no pantry, so the previous owner must have just used cabinet space. So what we're gonna do is, in the living room here, we are going to get rid of this closet door. We're gonna wall this off so there's no door there. And then in this laundry room, we've got our washer and our dryer right there. And then this way, we are gonna take this off and we're gonna push this wall back into that closet that's next to it. So this will kind of be a little walk-in pantry right here. And then on the other side will be our washer and our dryer. The slab is actually in pretty good shape. This house was built in '98, so it's a little old, but I do believe the tile that was here was the same exact tile from when the house was built. So I think it's about 26 years old. We've got a couple cracks over here, but nothing major, so that's a really good sign. This thin set was really the only hard part of demoing the floor, which is kind of a given. That's kind of the same in every floor. We've got, the bathrooms are completely gutted. We're gonna put some really cool showers in here. Master shower is gutted. There was a bathtub here and a shower here, and we are going to make it just one big shower. Another thing we're gonna add to this layout is our master bedroom only has one closet that is not that big. This closet is not gonna cut it. So what we're gonna do is through our master bathroom right here, we're gonna cut out a wall right here. And we're gonna add another closet behind this wall. So that means when you come out here, we're gonna put a wall up right there where that chandelier's at, and that's gonna be our master closet right there. So we're gonna have 2 closets in our master. Probably where that corner is right there, we'll set a wall and then cut out a door right there. And we're also gonna wall off these old shelves because those are pretty outdated. So we're gonna get rid of those. It's already so much bigger and more open in here after getting rid of these pony walls right here and this half wall that was right there. And on top of that, when we get rid of this column here, it's gonna feel real open. Are you tired? This layout actually has 2 masters, both on each end of the house. So with this bedroom, we are going to try and open up this doorway a little bit, and we're gonna arch it. And my wife wants to make this like a reading room or like a book room. We'll probably put up some cabinets eventually and have it like a little library or like office area. In this room, we also have a pretty nice sized bathroom with a shower. And one thing that I think is kind of cool about this bathroom is that this door goes outside. Yes, it is our 3rd day here, and yes, the garage already looks like this. Not hyped about it. In the middle of us trying to remodel this house, we are still trying to sell our old house that we currently live in. So I have to get everything out of there, and obviously I can't bring it in here yet because we don't have a floor yet. One of the selling factors for this house for us was that it has a casita and a guest house, which my mom will be living in, and she is going to completely remodel that herself. So I will also be documenting that. I never really showed the front of the house, but this is from the street view. It's called a flagpole lot, where we just got a driveway and there's 2 other houses next to us. Luckily there's already irrigation ran through these rocks here, so we're gonna plant some plants and maybe change this ugly red chat type of material. Maybe put some mulch down, or I don't know, something. We're gonna get these walls stuccoed and painted a different color. I think we're gonna need another dumpster. Hit it!
The hours go by like minutes, from the shadows come to stand.
Eagles?
Take a little something and then go away. I could have done so many things, baby. I could always stop my mind. Wonder what I left behind. And from work, I gotta cut another piece.
Sir.
I gotta for safety.
What? You want to take the whole thing off yet?
Oh, I got the cable there.
How do you cancel it?
So we can break it off, cut it off, and cap it.
That's it?
Hey!
All right, we're 1 week in. We just got this column removed and the house is much more open now, having that out of there. I got to get the electrician here to cancel all those and reroute the switches to a different wall somewhere. I'm still waiting on a quote from the cabinet guy to see if that will fit in our budget. Hopefully it will. So I think our next step is get these cabinets out of here. And then before we put any finishes down, we want to get it repainted. The previous owner just did a cheap paint job just to sell the house, and he put eggshell on literally every wall, even the ceilings, you can see. So we're going to repaint the whole house. The framers are coming to cover in those like shelves, those old style of shelving. They're just going to fill them in so it's a flat wall, as well as build our wall right here for the master closet, which we've got the door cut out. It does feel great just gutting everything instead of like trying to, you know, repaint cabinets or refinish something. It feels a lot better just getting rid of everything and completely restarting pretty much. So this week we've got the framers coming to finish a couple framing things, and then we're gonna paint, and then we're gonna start putting our finishes in, like our cabinets, our flooring. We'll start building the showers out. Right now we are trying to figure out if landscape is in our budget right now, which I don't think it is, so it might need to wait a little while. We're definitely gonna change some of the landscape out here. It's pretty much all just dirt right now. One cool thing is the owner left this Connex box here. So we're gonna build like a nice outdoor bar with it. We're gonna probably cut a huge opening in it, maybe put a slider. We'll probably build a deck out here with a couple chairs, some seating, and it's gonna be a really sweet outdoor bar. This might be one of the biggest lizards I've ever seen. That thing's pretty sick looking. One thing that I kind of love is that we're on horse property. All these properties around here are zoned for horses. So this is our alarm clock. All right, we got our walls framed. Get a better vision of the pantry slash laundry room in here. There's our washer and dryer, and this is our pantry. This section right here was like just shelving that was part of the garage. So we took that wall out, which this was a closet, a random closet. We're gonna wall off that door. We put some framing up right there. And now we have a pantry, and the cabinet guy is going to install some cabinets in here as well. We also got these shelves framed off so we can just make a full wall instead of having those ugly shelves there. We got all of our cabinets taken out. Some of my installers are actually gonna reuse these cabinets, so that makes me feel good. I never like throwing stuff like this away because these are definitely salvageable and they could be restained or repainted. So it's pretty cool that I'm able to give these to my guys to let them use in their homes or their family's homes or whatever. We got this shelf framed up as well as the wall for our closet in there, which now that this wall is up, it can kind of show you how big that this closet's gonna be. It's a pretty good sized closet. We'll put a new chandelier up, and probably down the road, we'll put up some cabinets in here. We almost had a slight mishap. My fault, not the framer's fault, my fault. I left this fridge in there. We just moved it out of the kitchen just to get it out of the way. So we just put it over here to plug it in, because if you don't plug it in, it can start to smell. So I had it in there. and I told the framers to throw up a wall. So they framed the fridge in our closet. And it's too big to fit through that doorway, so I had to take these 2 studs out and push the fridge through. So that was genius on my part. We can't cover that shelf because of where the AC filter's at, so that shelf's gonna stay there, which is not a problem. I don't really mind it. Tomorrow we'll get some drywall up on here. We're almost at the exciting stage where we can start putting finishes in. We just need to drywall these newly framed walls and then paint. So hopefully I will be painting in a couple days maybe. Once we paint, then our cabinet guy's gonna throw in some cabinets. That's gonna be really sweet. I'm gonna do the countertops, and then we'll start throwing our floors in and our showers, and we'll be cruising. Another thing that I know nothing about, which I'm going to attempt, is getting rid of this fireplace and putting a new one in. The more I look at it, the more I get scared and don't want to mess with it, but my wife hates it, so it's gotta go. Just got an electrician over here to figure out this mess. All these wires and switches, he's gonna reroute somewhere else. And one pain in the ass is the plumbing and the electrical is ran from the ceiling, but we're not gonna have any connection here. We're just gonna patch that, so we're only gonna have a freestanding island. But we need to run power and water to it, so that means we're gonna have to tear the slab up. We'll run the plumbing through the walls, under the slab, and then to the sink and the dishwasher and the garbage disposal. About to throw some sheetrock up, first time. Let's hope it turns out all right. We're picking out paint right now. We're trying to pick a paint color. This is what it's down to.
I think I'm liking the left because the right is too dark.
This is the boss, by the way. She makes all the choices and the decisions, and I execute them. That's a little bit too dark, but we're gonna do a couple other spots to see how it looks in different sunlight. I think we're gonna go with the lighter one. What do you think? Hopefully within 2 or 3 weeks, we will be starting to move some stuff in and just be getting done with our finishes, which is pretty exciting because this place is a disaster right now. This is our master shower. Well, I'm feeling the wrath today. We got so much going on at the house. On top of all that, I just got a call that our old house that we're trying to sell has a leak. And the refrigerator water line has been dripping for about a week and no one has been there. So it's caused quite the mess. I gotta go deal with that now. And on top of that, I got a lot going on at work. And on top of that, it's 110 outside right now. But it's all part of the experience. And nothing is that big of a deal. Can't let it get to you or let it stress you out too much because all is well. So just a couple minor things that I gotta deal with, but it's all gonna be good. When I said 110, I was not kidding. This was not fun, but we got a pretty good line for the plumbing and the electrical to get rerouted, so we're cruising. All right, electrical, plumbing done. Let's get some more concrete back in here. my first time trying to do anything with concrete, and I don't think I did too bad. Just a slight little backfill for the electrical and the plumbing that we ran. It doesn't look too bad right now. I guarantee you it's not level whatsoever. And I also know for a fact that when my tile installers see it, they're gonna be like, dude, because they're gonna have to probably grind it and make it level. Of course it's starting to storm when I'm done mixing concrete outside in the heat. While I've got my concrete out, I'm gonna go ahead and set the post for my in-ground basketball hoop over here. Part of the reason this is so hard is because the ground here in Nevada is so hard that you can only dig a couple feet. That's Vegas for you. It was 110 like 20 minutes ago. Oh my God. This is actually insane. I'm not kidding, it was 105 like an hour ago. That's Vegas for you. Right in the middle of me digging my hole, man. Fast forward literally 15 minutes and it's sunny. Back to it. I got some help. This concrete's way too wet. Right on the money. During that really heavy rain, I just realized that there's a leak over here. This area right here slopes towards the house, which is one thing that the inspector noted. When it was pouring rain super hard, this was all wet right here. So I gotta probably dig some of this up and put some new weatherproofing on the side of the house right there, and also change the slope. It wasn't too bad and I got it dried out pretty nicely, but luckily in Vegas it rains like that maybe once a year. So see it.
That was the tree branch that's all.
We gotta trim some trees, but we got the hoop up. It's pretty sweet. What do you think?
Job site manager.
Woo! Today is July 21st, so we've been at it for about 3 weeks, and we're just finishing up some of the last pieces before we start putting finishes in. We're not going as fast as I would like to. We're pretty busy at work right now, so I don't have much help. So I kind of only have like 1 or 2 guys here helping me each day, and I get here after work, so it's going a little slow in my opinion, but other people are saying, oh my gosh, I can't believe how much you have done already. My brother-in-law owns a stucco company, and I'm very grateful to have his help. He's helping us out a lot with the exterior. He's gonna re-stucco the house and also paint the exterior. There was these weird looking block designs here. So we're just gonna make them flat. I also mentioned my mom remodeling the casita on her own. She's got her own crew there and they are hauling ass. They're making me look bad because they've only been there for a couple days and they have so much done inside there. She's gonna add on another like 300 square foot to the side of it. So she's gonna completely build onto the existing casita. So that's gonna be pretty sick. Another notable thing we're doing is changing the house from running electric to propane. So before, our stove, our oven, our washer, and our dryer, everything was electric. And I was talking with one of my buddies that flips houses, and he's like, dude, if you leave everything electric, your electric bill, especially during the summertime, is gonna skyrocket. It's gonna be crazy. So he was like, while you have everything kind of torn up right now, it's a good idea to run some propane lines. And LV Propane, I think we can rent a propane tank from them for like $50 a month. And it'll be better because we'll actually have a real stovetop rather than having an electric one. Those ones suck. Nobody likes those. So today we went ahead and ran these propane lines through the roof, through the attic, all the way outside. Goes into the attic, and then it also splits. And for the washer and the dryer, we have it connected right here, which on the other side of this is the water heater. So now our dryer will be propane and not electric, and we will hopefully save some money on our electricity bill. Taking this weekend off, we're gonna go to California and hang out for a bit. I'm pretty beat. I've been going pretty hard lately, so it'd be nice to take a little break. When we get back, we're gonna paint this place. With the fireplace, we are fully removing the fireplace and the whole chimney system. And we're actually gonna put this fireplace in the casita for my mom because she wants it. She likes the old school looking gas fireplaces, so that'll be cool for her. And we're just gonna replace it with an electric fireplace. All right, we took a little break and went to California for the weekend. And in the meantime, my boy Gustavo sauced up all the drywall. We're all patched up. It feels really good to have that hole out of the ceiling. For some reason, it was just stressing me out. We got texture on all these walls. It looks way better, in my opinion, just a flat wall instead of having those shelves there. It does kind of seem like wasted space back there, but I think it looks better. One of my favorite things we've done so far is put this archway in. Shout out to my wife for having that idea. We also widened the doorway by like 6 inches, so it just looks like a part of the house and not like a separate room. I think it looks great. All of our propane lines are ran through the attic. Nobody send this scaffolding setup to OSHA, please. Well, we're painted and the boss doesn't like it. I'm not a big fan of it either. It's pretty yellow. It looks really yellow over there, especially because these lights are all yellow, but I don't mind it in the natural light areas. But yeah, it's pretty yellow. We had the ceiling repainted, so that looks pretty nice. But we're not a fan of this paint color, so it's gonna be a pain in the ass, but I think we're gonna repaint. Got the dog door in. Yeah, it doesn't look bad in the natural light areas, but it's definitely more yellow than we want. And we'd rather just deal with it now than deal with it down the road when we have a bunch of stuff moved in here and we have a fresh floor down. I'd rather just paint right now while nothing's in here. It'll be a lot easier. So now we get to go pick out a new paint color. We got our checkered tiles in. These are 24 by 24s. This is a Calicotta, and this one's called like an Amani Bronze. The checker tiles are gonna go in here, the laundry room and the pantry, and then also all the guest showers and the master closet. So, pain in the ass, but we'll get some new paint on here and then we'll put our floors in. Tiles here. some reason killing me to do because we just painted this entire house and now we're about to repaint over it. For some reason, I'm just like, oh. But once it's done, it will definitely be worth it because we don't want to settle for a color that we don't like, especially when it's the entire house. We got our tile in, 12 by 60 Woodville porcelain plank tile. We got our crack isolation membrane down. This is what we put down right under our tile. We tile directly on top of this product. It's from Mape, I think that's how you say it. And it's just a crack isolation membrane. And we'll put mesh tape over all of these cracks right here. And then we literally just put thin set right down directly on top of this. We got our tile going down and we're gonna repaint tomorrow and then finish the tile. Caesar's out there cutting tile. Let's go check his posture. I just know it's bad. Come on, man, bend them knees. Paint is done. It's just white, so I mean, there's nothing to dislike. I honestly didn't mind the last color, but my wife hated it, so she's the boss. Obviously, it looks great because it's just white, but that was stressful for me for some reason. I don't know why. But now we can get these floors wrapped up, and then our cabinets are going in. So let's get it.
Give me one shower, the slap or something. Fucking nice, man. I'm serious.
Vamos, Caesar. Chop, chop. Tiles moving quickly. Should be done installing tomorrow. And then we'll get some grout in here. This is definitely my favorite part. This material is really sick. My wife doesn't want medicine cabinets for some reason. Apparently they're outdated. Also, a quick update on the exterior. We've got a first layer of stucco on the whole house. I got my Bronco here. This is my project after the house is done. So once I'm done with the house, we'll start working on this thing. But we got a base layer on the stucco. I don't know anything about stucco, so I don't even know what that's called. But I know that there's a couple layers that they have to do. We're gonna do a sand finish. And I think we're gonna paint it like a cream color, like a beige. We're also getting rid of these. My theory of the matte paint covering up those joint lines you can see in the ceiling obviously did not work. So I'm kind of debating on fixing these before we start moving our furniture and stuff in, just because it's kind of an eyesore, and I feel like some people might not notice it, but me, that's the only thing I notice in this room when I walk in here. I think there was just a leak at one point in the roof, and obviously that stuff got damp. That's why those joints are kind of bubbling out. There's not a leak anymore, so that's good, but obviously you can see those joints. I'm probably gonna wanna fix those. Got an outlet installed back here for our electric fireplace, but I forgot to put it on a switch, which sucks. But the fireplace does have a remote, so we'll just have to use the remote instead of flipping a switch on. I also need to go on the roof and cap this. I gotta put a lid on the chimney.
¿Qué pasó?
We just did grout today. I love how this flooring turned out. I think it looks great. We just grouted today. So we gotta give it a couple more wipe downs and then we'll have a full, clean, brand new floor. We're gonna put a freestanding tub. It looks like a bucket because it's so small. But we're gonna put a freestanding tub in this bathroom right here. Tomorrow we're gonna install some baseboards and then it's time to start working on the showers and then we can move in. Give you guys an update on the casita as well. She's got her build out is finished. We're just gonna put some stucco on there. We're gonna match the stucco that's going on the house. Talk about yellow. My mom actually loved the color that we put in the house that we thought was too yellow. And she made hers a lot more yellow. But it's gonna really fit the vibe that she's going for. So I think it's gonna turn out really nice when she's got everything furnished in here. So this was what the casita used to look like. There wasn't a door here and there wasn't a door there. It was just this area. That was the master bedroom over there. This was like the living room. She extended the bathroom. So she's got a bigger bathroom with a bigger shower. She's gonna put a sunken tub in there. And then this is what they added on to extend it to make an actual bedroom over here. She added on another like 300 square feet. So this will be her bedroom. And then she's got a pretty good sized walk-in closet over here. And so now her bedroom just goes straight to the backyard, which is sick. She's also got a 2-car deep garage that is actually insulated and has AC ran through it. Her washer and her dryer used to be right here, which is now gonna be like a little pantry bar area, and she just rerouted them into the garage, so now they sit there. And she did have a water heater over here, which they switched to a tankless water heater. So we're just about to get started on her floors. And once her floors are done and her shower's done, then she is moving in. So she might beat us by a week, maybe, a couple days. We're gonna install a little dog run right here. It's gonna go about right there and only about like 5 feet off of the house. Just because when we're not home, we don't want the dog making a mess in the yard. So we're gonna have just a little tiny dog run right there. I don't know if it's just because these trees haven't been maintained in a couple of years, but they make the biggest mess. Like everywhere. I'll blow out the driveway and like 2 days later, it's just covered in pine needles again. I do have a feeling that they're not getting enough water. So that might be something I need to look into. This is the pump to our shared well, which is right there in the neighbor's lot. But this is the pump right here. And As you can tell, this is kind of an eyesore when you come in the driveway. So I'm gonna build some sort of like privacy planter around it. I can't wait for this place to look like a house and not a construction site. Our entire yard has just been messed with shit. These are all of our appliances that have been sitting in the sun for about a week. We got a sweet ice maker to go inside the kitchen island. We got a new oven and a range, pretty much basically a whole new kitchen. Got tired of paying for a dumpster, so now everyone has just been throwing trash in the driveway. Well, actually I told them to just throw the trash in the driveway and I'd pick it up, so now I have to deal with throwing all the trash in my truck. Now that we're almost done with the inside of the house, I'm getting excited to start working on the garage. I'm gonna have the ultimate man cave in here. Shout out to my wife for allowing me to do that. This side, I'm gonna have the Bronco and like all my tools and stuff to work on. Thinking about putting a pool table right here and then a couch in this section with some TVs up on the wall over here. Watch the game with the boys. I'm gonna probably throw a mini split up there in the corner so that we got some nice AC in here, and I'll probably insulate these garage doors. And then I'll put a nice epoxy floor down. It's pretty cool to me that our neighbors are some horses in a chicken coop. I gotta get Jay putting in some effort. All right, I was just out of town for 3 days, and while I was gone, we got a little bit more done on the house. The inside is really coming together right now. Our cabinet guy started. We got our breakfast nook in. This is actually pretty cool because these are also storage. I love the color of these cabinets. I think they go really good with the floor and the white walls. My wife and her sister are throwing up some wallpaper in certain areas. Adds a nice little accent wall. We got our baseboards done. We just need to paint and caulk them. Our last steps are wrapping up the cabinets and getting countertops done and then finishing the showers, which we're gonna do the master shower first so that we can move in while the other showers are still being done. I'm gonna do an experiment in my closet over here. It's only about 4 by 10. I'm gonna put some of these flats, these bricks down. Just try and see how it looks. I've never done anything like this, but I saw a picture of it and I thought it might look kind of cool, so I'm gonna give it a shot. Stuff is a lot different than like setting tile, because every piece is like not the same size and they're also like very, very uneven. Like some of them have huge humps in them, even on the back side, so they don't even sit flush with the floor. But like you can see that one. It's just not level at all. So it's kind of weird to set and it's kind of hard, but I think it might turn out all right. I'm gonna put white grout on it also. It's my favorite part, putting grout in all the joints with this grouting cone. My hands hurt really bad from squeezing this bag so hard, but it's kind of satisfying. So the grout's been drying for about an hour. So now it's kind of like a hard clay. So once it's at that point, you kind of just come in here and spread it all out. It's like a kind of like a chunky material. You just kind of create like a nice grout line. Use the brush in there. Kind of spread it out. Obviously there's a couple spots that we'll have to put some more grout, little holes, but it's kind of how it's gonna look. I think one of the guys snagged my dolly, so I'm gonna improvise. We're getting these baseboards painted. Sand finish on the crib. Stucco should probably be done in a couple days. All right, it's August 23rd. We just finished the stucco on the house. It needs to be painted still, but we got the final coat on it. Our wallpaper is kind of gone to shit. That one looks good. We got some chandeliers put in. Pantry's looking pretty solid. We got a nice chandelier right here. Need to get a couple more bulbs for it. I kind of like the way that the shadow on the ceiling looks from it. Looks fancy. We've got our cabinets finished. I just ordered our slabs, so the countertops should be done in a couple days. We've got our sink here, dishwasher, and we have an ice maker that we just ran a water line to. I think instead of doing a tile backsplash, I think we're gonna just do the countertop backsplash.
I hope. Let's see. 23 now. Pelo.
That tile's looking pretty sick. We got the gold Schluter accent. This is the best helper in the world right here. We're gonna get this place cleaned out this weekend and start bringing some furniture in, hanging our TVs, stuff like that. This weekend is the first weekend of college football, so I'm putting the TV up first and then we're gonna start building some furniture. We're gonna have the whole squad over this weekend, the family, to help build stuff. Again, I'm very thankful for everyone that has been helping us. My family and my wife's family has done an incredible amount to make this possible for us, so we're very thankful for them. This sand finish stucco really makes the house look a lot newer. I think that means she approves.
I think I want to return home.
We got the TV hung. We got some furniture built. Nice and high TV. Watch the ball game.
This is gotta go. Stick cramping my style. Where are you going with this?
Where are you? You're leading.
I was gonna put it out front.
No, put it right here.
Come on. Coffee table.
This is my favorite level because my dad actually used to use this when he was a tile setter. This is a prized tool to me. Yes, sir. It is very much so feeling like a house. We're just waiting on some countertops. We've got some furniture going. We got the nook all set up. My wife has done a fantastic job at picking out furniture and designing this place. We got the ball game on already. It's most important. Cabinet guy just sauced up a library for us today. We had the family over today. Father-in-law hung some pictures for us, so I didn't have to do it because that's a very tedious thing to do, and I'm not a fan of that. Got our bed built. Got our TV hung in here also. Our tile just got here for our shower, so we're gonna get that installed. We're gonna do a shower niche light. So had the electrician run some power so we can have a cool little light in our niche. Throwing a coat of sealer down on the brick here. These fumes are pretty crazy. This sealer is gonna prevent it from staining at all, especially the white grout, which I'm not worried about staining because it's just in the closet, but it's also gonna give it a nice like finish on top of the brick so that it's not like very like dirty feeling on your feet. They just finished the casita today, so let's check it out. Just wrapped up the stucco out here as well. Looking pretty solid. These countertops are pretty sweet looking. Very different. I didn't really film what this place looked like when we bought it, but I'll put up some pictures of it. I think the shower turned out really cool. Nice sunken tub. Beautiful shower. I love the window up there. She's got the matching tile on the countertop. I kind of like this, it's different. You don't usually see tile on countertops. She's gonna move the sink. They had it installed already, but it was really small and it's kind of shoved in the corner, so they're gonna move it over a little bit and just cancel this drawer. Forgot that we're putting stone on this wall, so I'll be starting that tomorrow. This is the stone for our fireplace. It's a natural veneered, like limestone, and every piece is a different size. It has straight bottom and top cuts, but the sides are just random. Everyone's a different size, and you kind of just randomize them. I did a wall at my old house with this sort of the same material, a little bit different shaped, and it turned out pretty good, but I wasn't thrilled with the layout that I chose. There were some pieces that seemed like they didn't fit right. So when I do this one, I'm gonna actually lay it out on the floor before I start installing it and try and nail the layout on the ground so then I can just copy and paste it onto the wall. This tile turned out really cool. We kind of screwed up the layout just a little bit. So there's a little sliver up there, which I'm not very psyched about, but kind of is what it is. It's kind of a problem with using small tiles, is you're gonna run into issues like that more frequently. So this is just where the freestanding tub is going. So we've got no shower in here. So we're not putting a shower door, and obviously there's no curb for the shower. We've got our master tile going in. It's like a nice like tan, kind of Taj Mahal color. 24 by 48s. And then on the ceiling, we're putting the same material, but just a smaller size. I didn't want to deal with having to use epoxy thin set and putting large format tiles on the ceiling. I just didn't want to deal with it. So we're gonna put 12 by 24s up here in the same material. My wife has probably the coolest closet on the block. She's got a lot of space for all of her clothes, and I love how he made these benches actual storage instead of just being wasted space. We've got our countertops going in. These are very simple, but also very pretty. They've got kind of like a hint of this kind of beige, like gold brownish color. We are about probably 4 or 5 days out from moving in fully. We've got the libraries wrapped up. Looks awesome. The green shower is done. We just need to pick out a shower floor and also a bathroom floor. One last dumpster, the biggest one. Getting the yard cleaned up and cleaning the garage out. It's technically move-in day, but we still don't have a finished shower or a toilet, so we'll probably be moving in 2 days. All right, I'm trying to get this layout down for the fireplace, and it's pretty tough. It's pretty difficult because every piece is a different size, and you don't want too many joints to align with each other. You want them to be more randomized. And with the cutout for the fireplace and with it kind of being a smaller wall, it's pretty tough. It's impossible for me to stay clean. All right, we just wrapped up the fireplace. Talk about dust, brother. Throw some grout in here and we're locked in. I love doing stone work like this, but it is really time consuming. And yesterday I worked on this for probably like 9 hours. I took the day off work and literally just did this all day. And my body hurt. We just wrapped up the countertops as well. And the cabinets, we gotta run some electrical still. And then we'll get our appliances in here. Farm sink's looking sweet. I love how big this island looks. With the waterfall edge, looks pretty nice. I was worried about this corner being too close to this corner, but we've got a solid like 3 feet. All right, final product. Looks a little discolored because that grout is still wet over here and on the top, but it'll dry pretty nicely. We just got everything painted. Painted the garage doors, we painted the front door. We got the casita matching. Looking pretty good. September 13th today, and we're like 2 days out from moving in fully. We've got a lot, we're almost 100% there. Today we had our ice maker installed, our dishwasher. We got the stove installed, had a couple issues with the propane lines that we're fixing right now. Just realized for our range, I do not have any electrical for it, so I need to add an outlet there. This range actually doesn't need a vent. Got our vanity in here. I've got to glue down this countertop and the backsplash, and then we'll get our faucets in. We got the bathtub in, the toilet. Our master shower is complete, and I am obsessed with it. I love the tile on the ceiling. I think really throws it together really nicely. We also have a pretty cool light for the shower. I think that's pretty sweet. We got the rain shower and the regular shower head. We've also got one of these fancy electrical toilets that has to sit for 48 hours after installation before you use it. I honestly do not know why. It's got like the automatic seat on it, and the seat is like heated. I don't know.
So we don't see that orange shit. You have to drill the floor and concrete, and then you have to line it up so that one of the
We are about 1 day out from moving in. We need to put in some bathroom sinks and the kitchen sink, and we're good to go. We got our toilets in, we're cruising, we're ready to live here. This place looks like an absolute zoo because everything that was in the garage, I just moved out here because I'm about to epoxy the garage. I'm actually not gonna epoxy it. I'm gonna buff the concrete and clean the concrete really good. I'm gonna go rent one of those stand-up like concrete buffers. It has like a diamond blade on it, so it takes a solid layer off the surface of the concrete, because this concrete is, as you can see, really dirty and has a lot of marks. So I tried to pressure wash it, and my pressure washer sucks. As you can see, I got my TVs set up, dual TVs. Gotta be able to watch multiple games at once. Couch is going over there, and then my trucks are gonna go right here with a little workshop here. It's gonna look sweet. This is another kind of experiment I'm gonna do. This is a material by Epodex. What this is a decorative plaster. So it's almost like, picture like a raw concrete wall. It's kind of just like, you know, a plaster, kind of how like stucco would look or something like that, like smooth stucco. I'm gonna try and put it on this whole wall back here just to kind of give it like an accent wall. I'm gonna hang up some pictures and stuff. So I think this stuff might look pretty cool. I have no idea. I've never seen anyone use it. I just found it online, and there's no instructions anywhere. So this is the color. It's gonna be like a satin gray, and I'm assuming I just mix this in here and then use like a flat trowel and just trowel it onto the wall. But we're gonna give it a shot. So this stuff is definitely not turning out how I expected or really wanted. It says you're supposed to apply it with a metal trowel like you would like stucco or something, but it's not working. In order for you to use like a metal trowel, the material needs to be like muddy, and it's not muddy, it's like paint. Way too wet to use for a trowel. So I decided to try and use a roller, and it's somewhat working, but it's just like, does not do a coat very well. Like you have to do a lot of coats just to get the material to sit in. All right, that's how it turned out. Looks kind of how I wanted it to. It's like a cool textured. It was really difficult to install. It's fun having your own house to experiment with stuff like this. Trying to clean this concrete a little bit. get it ready for a stain, or a clear coat, I should say. If it doesn't work, then I'm just gonna paint it and do like a regular epoxy. All right, my buddy's letting me use his concrete grinder. I got some diamond bits on there, and we're taking a pretty solid layer off of this concrete. It's working pretty well, actually. That's the look I'm going for, just like that. And then a nice shiny top coat on top of it. It's gonna make it look really glossy and almost make it look like it's wet. It's gonna turn out, this takes a really long time, but it's gonna look sweet. So this is a sealer mixture, part A and part B, and then also mixed with 1 gallon of acetone into the pump sprayer. And I'm assuming this is kind of similar to what the final coat's gonna look like. It looks a little brown, which I'm not psyched about, but whatever. All right, it's been drying overnight. So this is the final product. Looks pretty sick, actually. Obviously, I kind of half-assed the grind job on all the corners. But honestly, it just was taking way too long, and I was trying to rush it, and I was over it. Like that spot right there. But I'm gonna put a couch here, so that'll be covered. Yeah, pretty psyched with the turnout, honestly. It's a little brown. I was kind of wanting it to be a little bit more gray, but the sealer that I used was kind of this color, so I like it. Some spots look better than others, but yeah, so I'm gonna start moving some stuff in here and getting the garage set up. I am so hyped with this turnout. This is so awesome. Couch fits perfectly. I still have enough room for my vehicles. Yeah, this is quite the setup here. It's looking pretty solid. The floor's getting really dirty because I didn't really clean all the concrete that I grinded off. I kind of just swept it out right here. And I'm lazy, so I'm not cleaning it yet. That's why it's tracking so hard in here. But once I clean that up, and then I'll have to mop a couple times, and then we'll be good. But this is the turnout. Pretty stoked about it. Start working on this truck now. right, it is September 30th, so today marks exactly 3 months since closing day, and we are pretty much done. Really, the only things left that we want to do is the landscape, which will have to be down the road. Other than that, we have completely changed this entire house. We realistically got done like 2 weeks ago, so this entire remodel took us about 2.5 months, just under 3 months. Both my wife and I are so excited on the turnout. It looks incredible to us. We're absolutely in love with it. Everything looks, I think, even better than we had planned it. We pretty much winged it. She designed the entire place and picked everything out. She did an amazing job on designing. There is a few projects we have left that we want to complete, but that will be at a later date. We want to redo all the landscape in the backyard and the front yard. And then also, we still want to convert this storage unit into a cantina, build a deck out there and turn that thing into a cool bar. But so very thankful for everyone that helped us with this. My wife's family did an insane amount for us, so shout out to them. Shout out to all the installers and workers that I had here help me. I was able to learn a lot from everyone. This wouldn't have been possible without the people that my wife and I have in our lives. Now, my next project is that. I'm also making a video about this, so that will be posted. Not only this one, but also that one. If you've watched this entire video, I really appreciate it and hope you enjoyed it. It was kind of hard to do everything and remember to film on top of it and, you know, take the time to edit a video. So if you watched it, I appreciate it. My main reason for filming this whole video was to be able to look back on it and one day show my kids and just, you know, remember everything that it took to go into this, you know. This was a very big chapter in my wife and I's life, so I'm very happy that I took the time to document it and be able to have this video to watch back whenever I want for the rest of my life, you know. So I recommend everyone goes and films something. Now I'm gonna throw up some Halloween decorations and get to work so I can continue to pay for this place.